Learning to center clay can be one of the most frustrating experiences, but here's a few very simple things you can do to make it easier. The first step is to pat the shape into an even round or conical form with a curved base. This way, when you slam it onto the wheel head, it doesn't trap any air beneath it. Compared to using a lump of clay that's ill-shaped, as the irregular form will send your hands flapping about, and you'll have far less control, unless of course the clay is very soft. But as a beginner, you'll only be making your life much more difficult. You can even do quite a bit of centering before you even add water, either by simply patting it as it spins around, or by running a fist up the side, removing any of the high points that spin around. But this is more useful for larger amounts of clay. I normally begin centering by coning the clay up and down a couple of times. My hands and the lump of clay are soaked. I brace my left arm on the wheel tray to stabilize that arm, and then I squeeze the lump of clay and channel it upward. Then, to press this down more easily without it creating a mushroom shape, I lean it over to one side and press down in the same motion. And depending on the condition of the clay, this step is repeated 2 or 3 times in total. Think of it sort of like wedging on the wheel. The final shape I'm after is something like this, although it does of course depend on what kind of pot you're making. And a really easy way to test if your lump of clay is centered is just by resting a finger on it. If it's still and steady, then that's a good sign, obviously. But if I intentionally create an undulation in the piece, you can see how my fingertip now moves around as it follows the undulation in the mass of clay. This isn't centered, but it's also not far off.